Should you invest in the international stock market? Something to think about. So I'm reading my man Bill, what's his name? Ben Carlson. Ben Carlson from look at Ben. He's a guy. I like his blog actually. He works at Ritholtz. A lot of these guys I follow work at Ritholtz. And I'm not even the biggest fan of Ritholtz. That guy, I never like was especially fond of. I think his name's Barry. I don't have any animosity towards him, but he seemed like an old school. Yeah, I'm watching some hockey. You can't really watch some hockey there. Got the Lightning and the Florida Cachucks on TV. Lightning are trying to stage off elimination, a sweep, and the Florida Cachucks they're trying to advance to take on hopefully the Bruins. So the Bruins can get by the Leafs, which I think they should because the Bruins got the Leafs numbers, kind of like the Canadians got the Bruins numbers. But I'm not sure any of these teams are going to take on Florida. They just look tough. Anyway, so and there's another guy over at Ritholtz, a guy named Josh Brown, which I don't like that guy at all, man. I remember I was listening to him on some podcast, it might have been Kitsis or something like that. The guy, or I can't remember what it was, just dropping these F bombs. Like about 10 years ago, it was like real cool and progressive to be dropping F bombs everywhere. I never understood that. I was like, we're not stuffy, we drop F bombs. Like, you sound like a clown to me. I don't know if they're still doing that. I remember a lot of people on YouTube used to do that too. I was like, I don't know. That's you sound like an idiot. When you got to drop those kind of, that kind of stuff, you sound stupid to me. But I don't know if they still do because I don't listen to people drop F bombs all the time. I do listen to Owen Benjamin, but he's starting to be better at that now. He's got kids. He's like, I don't think I want my kids hearing that. So 100% should be dropping F bombs. All right. So, but I like this guy Ben. I don't like Terminix, or I don't like these pests. Ugh, cockroaches so nasty. Ugh. Spiders. Ugh. A cockroach is freaking disgusting. So anyway, right here. Let's see if I can make this bigger for you all. This is the Far East, European, Asia, Far East. I can't remember. This is international markets. MSCI international markets, and here's the U.S. And you can see the purple is the international markets, and you're going to see the dates. So this is primarily going to be Japan right there. I don't know about the European markets, but Japan was just crushing. That means the European markets or the international markets outperformed like crazy. It seems like the Bruins are on. The Bruins will be on here shortly, but the international markets outperformed by 300% over 5.6 years. All right, so you got the international markets from 71 to basically 74. Outperforming by 80%, not much there. You got 89% international markets, not much there. And then this time frame from like 85 to 90, international markets just dominated. Then from 91 to about 93 or so, U.S. markets did. And then this is when I first started investing right here, international markets did. Then you got right here from 95 to 99 essentially. And then it's kind of flat. International markets dominated the last part of the aughts, and then the U.S. markets just destroyed for these essentially last 15 years. It's crazy. I mean, you can see something like Ben was saying, some of these have been relatively short, 3.3 years, 1.4 years, 4.72. But look at this, 14.2 years, man. That's nuts. The crazy thing is, like he says, no one saw this coming. It seems obvious in hindsight, but I don't think it does seem obvious in hindsight. It just does not. Coming out of the great financial crisis, few people were pounding the table in America, 100%. And Ben says he sat through a lot of pitches on emerging markets, China specifically, and commodities coming out of the early 2010s. And like gold just got crushed. And I'm not sure other commodities, but it's very interesting. No one was predicting we'd see multi-trillion-dollar market cap tech companies emerge as the most dominant stocks we've ever seen. Yep, 100%. Emerging markets from 2000 to 2007 were up over 200%, 15% a year. The Chinese market was up a similar amount. Commodities went nuts too just before the financial crisis kicked into high gear. Yep, 100%, man. And then right here. Tech stocks, on the other hand, were in the middle of a mammoth crash. The NASDAQ fell more than 80%, and it remained underwater for 15 years. The NASDAQ has been crushing it for a decade now. It's up almost 800% since the start of 2012. Man. If you invested in the Qs, you've basically been Warren Buffett for more than a decade now. The Qs are NASDAQ QQQ. I think it's quadruple Qs now. But yeah, I guess it's still triple Q. But the returns of this cycle before this cycle were dreadful. From 1999 through 2011, the fund was up, the Qs were up a total of 14%. That's it, 14%. Or 1% per year for 13 years. Crazy. Interesting enough, if you match these two diametrically opposed cycles, you basically get the long-term average of the stock market since its inception. I mean, You just don't know. In 1990, Japan made up nearly 50% of global equity markets, 50% of not US, but total market capitalization. And then it just fell like crazy, man. US stocks badly lagged in the 80s, the rest of the world for 2 decades. Yeah, these cycles are normal. China was dominating the rest of the world in the 2000s. Japan was dominating the rest of the world in the 1980s. UK was dominating the world in the 1900s. We were dominating the world in 1950 and 60. I still think international diversification is part of a prudent form of risk management. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't have any international specific. I just have the VTI. That's it, man. I got VTI. Some individual Bolts just got a goal. Look at Kucherov, 2 assists tonight. That guy's over 100 assists this year. Crazy. Anyway, I don't have any of the international stocks. I just don't trust them. Obviously we trade so much internationally that any domestic company that you own is going to have some international exposure. That's just a fact. And they might even own some international stocks in their own holdings. I don't know, but I'm not saying don't. It seems obvious to me international will probably outperform the U.S. at some point. When that's going to happen, I don't know. But I'm like the captain of Titanic, dude. I'm going with the ship. Wherever the Titanic goes, I'm U.S. Titanic. I'm staying with the U.S. because USA in your face, Canada. Take that, Trudeau. Love your thoughts. God bless. We'll see you.